No one man or woman or anyone else is bigger than the law. That was the message today for sure. Let's bring in Janie, who clerked for Judge Gorsuch, by the way, as well as Justice Sotomayer. Janie, you know, obviously, Judge Gorsuch. Is the persona we're seeing at this nomination process the same one you experienced working for him?
It is, and that is one thing that I've actually been really pleased about in watching the hearings, that the warmth of his personality, his kindness, his wittiness, his humor, all of it's shining through, and I think he has built a really great persona on all sides of the aisle here. I think we've seen great exchanges with him and folks really on the Democratic bench as well as the Republican bench.
I want to pick up on something that we just saw, that Adam Shapiro ran a soundbite where there was some, I guess, frustration from one of the lawmakers saying, we want to know about your values because those will shape how you interpret the law. But he was very hesitant on talking about that. Was that appropriate?
I think he took it absolutely the appropriate line. As he said over and over and over again in these hearings and even previously, you know, he is a judge and he puts on a robe, and as a judge he is not there to make policy. He's there to approach cases in an unbiased manner, and I think if he were to tip his hand on some of the issues that might come before him on the court, that would be extraordinarily inappropriate, not to mention sort of violate his ethical duties.
He was also asked on a number of occasions, you know, are you going to be a kind of person who will just rubber stamp those issues important to President Trump's administration? He said absolutely not, and you would back him up on that, I presume.
Yeah, absolutely. The man I know for over a decade now has spoken repeatedly, you know, years before this nomination about the importance of an independent judiciary, and I have absolutely no concern that once he would be on the court that he would have a spine of steel and he would apply the law as he saw it before him. You
also a law clerk to Justice Sotomayer. Could Justice Sotomayer and Justice Gorsuch get along? You know, obviously they have what would be considered opposing views, perhaps, or ideologies. Would they be able to get along? You are very well positioned to answer that question.
I think they would get along extremely well. They're both extremely warm, kind people. And I would point to the famous friendship between Justice Scalia and Justice Ginsburg here, two justices from sort of across the ideological aisle that have become great friends, or had become great friends.
So you are confident that Mr. Gorsuch will get through this and indeed will take his place in the Supreme Court?
It's looking very good, and I certainly hope so, yes.
All right. Janie Nitze, thank you so much for joining us, for your unique perspective. We appreciate it. Thank you.